boop, 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 boop. All right. Morning, miners. Pakratt here again. Here to give you a little bit of an update. It's been, I think, about 2 weeks since the last time I recorded an episode. And I've been a little bit active, as you might expect. I just haven't been able to come up with anything to really talk about per se, so, I've just been working. I got stuff, but I haven't really picked one in particular. So I thought I'd at least give you an update on what's going on around here. The first thing is the last thing I did, and the last thing I did was try to fix one of the older things on here, and that would be the steps up to the UHC Memorial thing that Beef still needs to work on. The main thing I did here is I did finish putting in the slabs here, which was long overdue. I mainly started doing that because I also started filling in the half slabs over here. This originally ended about at that line there. So, yeah, I put down a few more. Just a few. So, yeah, I did add a bunch of half slabs there, and while I was at it, I just came up here and decided to finish this thing off. And I also put edges on it, as you can well see. It's no longer an open thing. Behind it, all it was showing before was just what was behind it. It was a bunch of stone and dirt and yada. And I decided it was time to change that. And I was messing around with another project, and I came across those. I remembered these blocks, and I was like, you know what, that would go perfect there. So it does. I might still put an arch here or something. I don't know. Maybe like a quick little wooden arch that goes over the top of this thing, using the sideways logs at the top. That might look kind of cool. I haven't really decided yet. It's really VB's project, so I don't really need to get that into it. He does, but I'm not that worried about it. If it takes much longer, I might just go in and just start adding faces myself. But that's it for that. What the other thing that you might think I was working on, I said I was going to work on this assault. I did it. I did actually. Let me just go sleep first because it's not light out, and I'd like you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now, I did finish the pathway, not the actual. What is it? The circuitry. But I finished the dispenser. That's the part up top. It's also completely rebuilt. Every last part of it is completely different than it used to be. I had to tear the whole thing down and rebuild it from the brick up. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and turn this thing on. Now, before, what you had to do is you had to stand here wait for something to spawn, and as soon as something went up there, you had to wait for that light to switch. And when that light switched, then you would flick this to close the pathway. That is no longer required. Assuming this thing is on. Yeah, it's on. Okay, there we go. Well, let me just check my volumes here. Oh, yeah, that's pretty low. Okay, so the beginning of this is going to be a little bit low for you guys. I'm sure you don't mind. But you heard it. You heard it go off, and that would be the normal thing. But I don't have to worry about that anymore because it separates out a lot now. Here, let's go ahead and get some skellies in here. Yeah, there should be some more coming up now. And let's go ahead and watch what's going on. I haven't closed off all the holes yet. I think there's might be one or two places where they can still shoot me. I don't remember. Maybe. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not that worried about it. But as you can see, they're coming along just fine. Did I close this thing off? Yes, I did. And you hear a lot of stuff clicking. Which, well, it should be. If you'll take a look, there's actually the tripwire going across in front of behind each and every one of these pistons, and I knew there was another. I knew there was at least one gap. I don't even know where he shot me from. Honestly, this is all glass. Maybe it wasn't him. Well, nope, it was him. He shot me through the glass. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's an interesting pick right there. Okay. But at any rate, what it does is it How is he shooting me from there? That is odd. But anyways, what it's doing is this tripwire right here is triggering the redstone back here. And that's triggering the piston. Let's see if I can just get up there real quick. I also pretty much covered this thing in half slabs and stuff like that, so it's nice and secure. You can't even see this from down below. I actually designed it that way. This little lip here, yeah, little lip. The little lip here is designed to make it so you can't see up tall enough to see all this stuff, and that's entirely the point. But everything else is half slab, so nothing can spawn up here. Not even a spider in between something. I don't think. Yeah, and he's gone. So what it does, like I said, the tripwire is going along here, and it triggers this redstone. That redstone triggers this piston. This piston is now in front of the next piece of tripwire. So this skeleton is now stopped on it. And when he stops on it, he triggers the next one, and so on, and so on, and so on, until we run out of skeletons, which is right here. So, if you can take a look, there are only... I don't even know if you can see it from here. Can we see? No. Oh, wait, I did see a flash. Okay, I see there's a bow right there. So, yeah, the skeletons are only where I want them to be. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to put a lot more glass in here, but it just didn't happen. Why is this one here? Okay. Yeah, that didn't need to be there. Okay. I also got to put 2 wooden half slabs there. I forgot about that. This is the direction that it originally went. No. That wasn't it. I was going to take it, and I was going to turn it in an angle that direction, have it go sideways. And then I realized that wouldn't work very well. So, I wanted to get more length. And here's the really stupid part. Now, you guys know I like to do stuff different. And I did. I wanted to make this thing really different. I actually had this thing going all over the place. Let's see if I can illustrate what I was doing here. Using the cobblestone as what the path looked like, I had them going here, and here, 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 and then back this way and over here, and going around like this over and over, and then hit the tripwire, and it would go over there, and blah, blah, blah. Now, this was retarded, because this didn't save me any space at all. I couldn't put tripwire across this. I had to put it here. And so it would have piston here, and this was useless. So there was absolutely no reason for doing this except making it look completely retarded. So I undid all that. Just get rid of this, because otherwise I'm going to forget. There we go. So as of right now, I still think I might put half slabs in below here to finish that off. I'm not big on that, though. I don't really care. But, oh wait, that's the other part. I haven't wired up the bottom, the top piston yet. This one right here is designed to open up this piston. And what I need to do is I need to hook it up to just a pulse generator, so it just goes like that really quick. Because all it needs is one pulse. As soon as he gets through, he's inside the piston. And if he's inside the piston, he's not suffocating. He's just going to go through slowly, which is ideal. And I also removed the top half of this thing because it didn't seem to be necessary anymore. It seems to be working just fine without it. Also, the arrows were getting caught in that, which I didn't like. So, okay, we're just going to sit here because I'd rather not destroy my armor, especially this. I now have some nice feather falling boots, and I'd like to keep them. So, we're just going to take him out if I can. Yeah, I'm just going to cheat. There we go. I've also been thinking about the fact that tripwires... Well, that was weird. Tripwires allow for me to use a sensor right here if I wanted to. I could set it up so that there's a tripwire going right across this one point, or across this one point, or these 2 points. It doesn't really matter. And if I did that, I could make it so that I could tell when there is a skeleton on here. And if I could tell that, then I could have it tell up here that there's a skeleton on here, and when that skeleton falls off, it would open up the thing for the next one. I've been considering that, but also I haven't done that, not just because it would make a massive mess of wires over here that would ruin the look of the game, but it would. But also because the idea behind the game is to start here, so... you don't want to beat the game and have to like run back here before the start of the next one. I'd rather have there be a control button right here or something like that. Yeah, that was brilliant. By the way, I'm not wasting the bow. It's just a power 1. I got it from Skeleton. I'm quite sure. But I'd rather have it right here or right there or something like that, so that you can just hit the button and that will drop the skeleton. I still have this thing in. I'm not certain how necessary it is. It probably is. I probably just got lucky on that last fall. Should probably leave that up, and whenever you flick the switch here, it then just that's the start of the game when that goes up. It would make a lot more sense. I haven't done, like I said, I haven't done the control panel for it yet, but I did do this, and it does work. It made a lot more sense to do that straight line because it is so much easier to do. I don't know what I was thinking with that long convoluted thing. I actually thought of the straight line first, but I thought, well, maybe if I turn it in like 20 different directions, it would work better, and I can get more out of it using that distance, so I can get more skeletons in here. And maybe that would be true. Not really, though. So, yeah, I just completely undid that. Okay, I'm just gonna close that up a little bit. So basically, this is useless. I'll have to undo that. That means I can get rid of a lot of this. I still need to set it up so that... I still need to set up a wire to go under here in general anyways, but I don't need to have that wire doing what it's currently doing. I also want to get that wire to not be like this. Right now it's only going down by... I just want to make it so that I can fix this when I break into this. Right now it's only going... Where is it? Yeah. Right now, it's only going down by 1 block, and that's one of the problems that I have with it, because since it's only going down by 1, I had to have it sticking up over here when I had to get the repeaters going, the single to repeat to extend the length. That's why there's just a bunch of ugly cobbles sitting in the middle of this nice smooth field. So, yeah, I gotta fix that at some point when I figure out how to rewire the rest of it. Where the heck did he shoot me from? This glass is just so imperfect. I don't know what is going on with it. Can I hit that? Nope. Okay. But yeah, so Assault is now completely functional, and that is a good thing. And you're loud. Yeah, that's the other thing. It is really loud. I'm glad that it's up high, so it's not as much of a disturbance. Why is that like that? I'll have to move that at some point. Okay. But that's that. Now, as for other business. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to just pause for a second here. I need to look something up. Okay, and we are back. Let me just go ahead and sleep the day away. Because it's necessary for what we're doing. Why is there... I'm assuming that when we were doing something over here, somebody just had an extra repeater. Fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a nap. It's going to be required for something that's I got to show you. Now, I told you guys I was trying to figure out what to do for Scaraban, who donated quite a bit, and I still haven't figured out a specific thing for him yet, but I was also thinking, well, I've been wanting to make a donation room in general, so I thought I would just start making one down here. And I did. Well, at least I unearthed something that seems to be a really good one. So it had to be with Sheryl because that's where everything is. And I wanted to put it behind Sheryl, and underneath it. So I decided this would be a really good spot. So, allow me to welcome you to the donation room. This took me a couple hours, and I really liked how it came out, so I thought I'd show you guys around. First of all, you're going to notice that it is entirely aligned with these blocks that I was telling you I was working on in another place, and the whole creeper thing here. This is what took me the longest, believe it or not, just digging this stupid tunnel. It's all the water that's up here that was just taking me forever. The next thing, the alternating pattern of the leaves, but what you're probably not noticing is the fact that there's no torches in here. That's right, this is actually lit by the sun. It's being lit through the leaf blocks right here, through grooves in the ground up there. That's actually some glass panes up there. And I just put the glass panes there so nothing would spawn, and well, they're cheap. But that's neither here nor there. The idea is that there's actually light coming in from there into this half slab built room, so nothing can spawn, and it is light enough to see. And I think it looks really freaking awesome. So that's good. That's a keeper right there. But also, what you're noticing is the TNT. This is where the actual shrine, or the I don't know what you want to call it. The actual donation notation is going to be on blocks of TNT. Now you'll also see the water on top of them. This is actually protection, so if somehow this would accidentally be set off, even though the likelihood of that happening is pretty much no, this is a protection. I actually used this in my storage room. I have a block of water over the top of that TNT that was marking that chest, so that you couldn't accidentally set it off and have it just destroy everything. So I use the same concept. But what we got to do now is... I also... the lighting glitch that's currently in the game, I actually utilized it. The way that it shines in here and makes the entire roof dark like that, I kind of like that, so I just left it like that. And you also notice that these actually are very similar to my T3 pillars. And I figured that was appropriate. That seems to be a really good way of doing this, so that's what I'm going to go with. We're going to need some signs in order to update this. Right now I only have your name here on them all. So that's what I actually had to pause for. I had to go look up the names. So let's go ahead and see about adding some signs here. Wait, what about... Wait. I can just use those signs. Duh. Okay, so let me take that back. Let's see. We don't need that then. Let's go ahead and do this one. The first one is actually going to be my first donator, who is Max Ori, whom hopefully I'm spelling correctly because he didn't actually have his thing written in PayPal, so I'm going by memory. I've actually talked to him quite a bit on YouTube, so that's the only reason I remember it so easily. He donated, let's see, $32, and I don't believe he actually requested any mob type, so I don't actually have anything for that. But I will note that first donator, see if I can spell properly, and give him some of those. He is actually the person that I used for the first test fire of the cannon too. So because of him, things started working well for the other ones. Well, until it didn't. But who's counting? Okay, so next up we have my biggest donator, who is Silenvo. He's actually donated twice so far. This is the guy who I've been... No, I'm sorry, not Silenvo. What am I... I keep thinking Silenvo because I keep seeing him in the comments a lot. He's actually going to be next up, but who I'm actually trying to think of is Scaraban. I keep getting their names mixed up because they both have the S at the beginning. That's the only reason. Seriously. It's kind of sad like that. And I don't even know if did I spell that right? Yeah, I spelled that right. And Scaraban's actually donated twice. And I don't know how he has all this funds to just kind of send my way, but I fully appreciate it. Because of him, I was actually able to get the hard drive for UHC. Him and Maxori actually donated at just the right time and were able to get me the hard drive so that I could finish UHC 5 and get you guys something to watch. And that was I think it was a 5 or 6. Actually, I think it was I think it was 7. But anyways, he's donated a total so far because he's crazy and he'll probably do more. I don't ask him to. He's just evidently loves what I'm doing. I don't know. But he's donated so far $184, and so far I have fired for him an Enderman. He did not request anything to be fired for the last donation. And frankly, I don't even think I could fire anything good enough. That and Sheryl's sick. So, thank you, Scaraben. You're incredible. Okay, next up we have Silenvo, whom I've already talked about. So, Silenvo, who is always in the comments to the YouTubes. You can always see him because he always says I'll be watching in it. He's easy to spot. He has donated. Also, he's donated $15. And being the smart man he is, he decided he also wanted to see an Enderman fire. And that was a really good shot, too. And finally, last but not least, we have... I still hate typing this name. I can't believe he made me start typing this. Fairy Juice. Which is just odd. He's the one that requested the cyan sheep that I dyed the wrong color. But I fired a sheep for him, so that'll work. He donated... How much did he donate? He donated... It's so hard to type with this stupid mic in my way. I can barely see what I'm doing. But he donated $10, and he got his sheep. That'll work. He got a cyanus sheep to be fired out of the cannon. That one, I really liked that fire because I was able to take that one and do some slow-mo shots of it. That one came out really, really well. So, that's my donation room so far. Now, of course, I left room to expand. And I'll show you what it looks like on top, too. It's pretty obvious. The only thing that you're going to notice is the glass panes that are up there. No, they're not panes, actually. Up on top, I did just blocks. Because panes would look kind of strange in the middle of the desert. I mean, blocks do too, but panes would have been really, really odd. Okay, so, of course, it's straight behind Sheryl. It's weird how it's not centered. Why is that? Because obviously this is centered on the middle of Sheryl, right? Thought I did. Did I? Of course I didn't. Wait, did... No, that's... Yeah, this is the middle of Sheryl right here. No. Yeah, because this is dead center. This is the dead center of Sheryl's repeaters, so you'd figure that would be the dead center of Sheryl. Well, pretty dang near close, because there's not really a center since it's an odd number. Well, you know what I mean. There's not a dead center for 2 blocks. So it's like right here. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Maybe I got my... Well, does that work out? Let's see. I'm standing on right... Okay, yeah, okay, that does work out. What I keep looking at is how the glass blocks over here just don't seem to be the right distance apart from this right here. That's odd, but yeah, it's right. But that's just what it looks like. You can see the leaf blocks down there, and the glass panes on top of them. They're just basically there to keep other stuff from spawning. And that did happen once. I didn't put the glass panes in immediately on this side, and a zombie spawned right on top of it. Of course. I had like walked away for a minute to go get something, and they of course did. Okay, so that's basically it for today. I've already recorded for about like 25 minutes worth of stuff. I said I was gonna do a ranty episode today. The whole partnership thing has been driving me crazy, but I don't know. It's not entirely their fault. It's also in some small ways mine. It's mostly their fault, but I mean, what are you gonna do? So I'm not gonna like blast them for doing what they do. I mean, they got to make money, right? So I'm probably not gonna do a full-size rant of that on here. I did have some other ones that I've had for a long time, and I'm probably gonna do one of those at some point too. They're really strangely related to nothing rants, but they're just funny. So we'll probably do that in one of the future episodes. What I need to do now is I need to actually go to my valley trap, because I am completely out of gunpowder, which scares me. So I need to go do some AFKing, because I'm just out. And that way I can blow this thing up and move on. I mean, I could always just use the pick to get rid of it. And now that I got a few good picks, this whole level 30 thing is awesome for that. I could just take it out that way, but why would I do that when I can blow it up? Right? All right, so that's it for now, guys. We've been filled in, and I'll let you know I haven't been doing nothing. I've been definitely keeping quite busy. Things are definitely looking a lot better here lately. So you know, I did see the suggestions for Leaf Spleef. I haven't picked one yet. There were a few good ones, and I can tell you right now that the ideas that I saw, while they were good, I was just going to use a few of them and make my own idea, because that's basically what I do. But I haven't picked actual design yet. I've been too worried about the other projects that are going on here to go back and worry about that, because that hasn't been getting a lot of action lately anyway. So I might have to try and figure out a way of making it so that it's easier to spawn those leaves. I haven't figured it out yet, but I would love to be able to make it so that I can just grow those leaves a lot faster and have them get in here a lot easier. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out a way. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff lately about using pistons to harvest trees. I might have to develop a way of just harvesting all the leaves off of a tree, just so I can get them inside of this arena, which would be interesting, to say the least. I don't know. We'll see. It's an idea. It would be very different. It would be really freaking cool. So, all right. Well, like I said, that's it for now. You guys have a good one.